Coach Jake.
Coach, after the game on Sunday, do you feel like you had the effort and competitive fire that you were hoping for tonight?
Yeah, it was close, Carson. It was close to where we need to be. Obviously very different than what we saw on Sunday. I think that was easy to expect coming off of Sunday's game. I think a lot of people felt like that was going to be the case. But we had 2 very good days of practice. Went back to some fundamental things. I think one of the real keys for us going forward is just getting better at the fundamental things. And our positioning on defense, securing rebounds, making the right reads offensively. And we spent the majority of our practice time for 2 days on those fundamental things. You know, that lends itself to playing harder. When guys are more sure of what we're doing, things get a little simpler. So I liked everything about tonight's game. There'll be some plays when I watch them I'm not going to like, but from a standpoint of giving ourselves a chance to win the basketball game because of the kind of effort we played with, that was where it needed to be.
There's a 4 to 5 point game for most of the second half. What do you point to that allowed them to come out with the win and you a loss?
Oh, you know, it got late there. Neither team was scoring much in the second half. They got 28 points, and a lot of those were free throws in the last 45 seconds. You know, if they have 4 points or 6 points of that, so they were in the low to mid 20s. We had an opportunity in transition. Jake had a good look at a 3 that would have tied it. We stopped him again. AJ came down, had a good look at a 12 to 14 footer that would have got it to 1 with about a minute still. So in the last 10 minutes, it wasn't like it was a bunch of offensive rebounds, a bunch of more plays. We missed on a couple opportunities to get it tied late.
Had a couple stretches again tonight where just the scoring just wasn't there. But is there still some, I guess, growing pains you call them on the offensive end?
Oh, there's some of that, and that's when I talk about getting a little simpler with what we're doing. I think that's going to help this team to make sure that they've got maybe a little better understanding of what we're trying to get. Will help them in terms of their confidence, and so we've got to keep working at that. And then you know we had that stretch early in the first half, or midway through the first half, we missed some free throws in a row, consecutive free throws, and that we're a very good free throw shooting team. And had some good looks from the 3-point line. You know, unfortunately those points add up. What I liked better today was we didn't get those points, and we still had it within 2 possessions in the second half for the most part. Chance to tie it, chance to get real close late.
You talk about confidence falling to 0-2 in the league. Where does this team have to get their confidence from?
Oh, I don't think our record is going to have any impact on how we prepare, going to have any impact on their confidence. I feel like we changed the way we played over the last couple of days from Sunday to this game, and now we need to go a little farther with it in terms of our energy level and some of the little things that have to be done to win. We need to take a little farther from today to Saturday so we can play better.
What were your thoughts on Seth Tuttle tonight?
Yeah, I thought his energy level was great. He's made the decision. He's just going to play as hard as he can, and whatever happens is going to happen. Thought he got his hands on a lot of balls in the lane that when there was 2 or 3 guys around, he came out of there with it and able to get us some points. And he showed some enthusiasm for playing, and that's something that our team needs. And so his effort tonight was really good.
Deion Mitchell, he only played 4 minutes in the second half. We didn't see him from 11 minutes till somebody fouled out. Is there anything he's doing or not doing, or somebody else?
He was sick all day. Let me get my days right. All night after the game, so he didn't practice Monday because of it. And felt better yesterday. Toward the end of the first half, popped up again a little bit on him. And just didn't. He didn't feel like he could quite go at the speed that he normally would. So that had most to do with why he sat for so long in the second half.
Seth took the 14 shots, but would you have liked to see him maybe get the ball a little more down the post, because he was maybe the only guy who was really kind of feeling it offensively?
Well, you know, the second half, I thought our guys did a nice job of finding Seth and Jake inside. A lot of times it was Seth. At halftime, I think it was points in the paint where we were behind 20-8, and we flipped it, and I think at the end of the game it was tied. So the second half was better. And the game can be controlled in a couple of different ways, and one of them is being able to throw it inside. And we spent a couple of days working at that. Second half, we did a good job of getting it there, and those guys produced for us for the most part. So that's got to be something we continue to work at.
Seth fouled out with 1:32 to go, quite a lot of time. What impact, if any, do you think that had on the outcome?
Well, you know, we knew we were able to go to him, and something positive was happening most of the night. And with where the game was at, being a one-possession game, Jim, that takes one of our, tonight our best option in the paint, and it takes him off the floor. And it wasn't like it was a 7-point game either way, so you had to shoot a jump shot, or you had to try to find a way to stretch a defense or drive it and kick it. It was still within a possession, so you could still throw the ball inside. Yeah. And that impacted our team a little bit. And in saying that, you know, we had two pretty good looks at transition that would have tied it or cut it to one. You know, Jake's 3 and then AJ's pulling after Seth had gone to the bench, I think.
6.5 seconds to go. You're down 3, I think, taking the ball out in front of your bench. Tight defense. Did Sonnen just pivot and step on the out of bounds line? Or?
Yeah, he was the next guy to catch it. The ball was supposed to go to the top, and they defended it pretty well. And you know, in that situation, that's on me as opposed to the guys. We've got to make sure that we get our first option on the entry. We have to make sure we get him open, and we didn't help Chip enough to get him open. Had he got the ball, the rest of the play, we had time to run the rest of the play. I like what we had called, but I made the mistake of not making sure that Chip was going to be open, and that one's on me.
Mark was supposed to take that last shot?
No. Well, it was one of the options.
Okay.
Yep. The ball was supposed to be inbounded first to Chip, and that I needed to make sure he got open. Mark was one of the options.
It looked like you had maybe Sonnen in one quarter and AJ in the other. Was that? Yeah.
I'm not going to diagram the play for you. Since they stole and won the game, I'm going to say that.
Thank you, guys. Thanks, Jake.
Yeah, thanks, guys.